Hey everyone, so first real vlog video here, and one of the things I'm going to be talking about is my new car. I've been looking and looking and looking ever since I got here about 2 years ago for a 1993, mid-1993 FD RX7 or older. It was one of the top cars on the lists that I wanted to get when I was here, and after seeing them and seeing the prices for them here, I decided ultimately that that's the car that I wanted to get. Everyone gets Skylines here. There's probably more Skylines than anything else on this island. Every American station here buys a Skyline, and if they don't wreck it, then it sits here and rusts forever because they just recently began shipping them back. So there aren't a whole lot of RX-7s. A few Savannahs and a handful of FDs, mainly because you couldn't really ship them back, and it's kind of a pricey car for the area. You can get a car here for, you know, $1,000 that's in really great shape, gets great gas mileage, and it's perfect for these streets, whereas something like an FD gets 10 miles per gallon and is more of a sports car, and you know, it's an attention getter. But it's a beautiful car, and it's a timeless shape, and it's something that I really wanted. So how I did this was I said I've been looking obviously for the last 2 years to find the right one, and I'd found a bunch. Some of them were too modified to ship here, and they wouldn't make it through the port in Tokyo. Some of them were way out of my price range. A lot of them were way out of my price range, actually. Some of them were too stock, didn't have the right body on them. Particularly I wanted a Type R with a 99 spec body on it, or at least some form of some body on it. I wanted to get one with some decent wheels, that way I wouldn't have to mess around with spending $1,500 right off the bat, and a few light modifications like exhaust and intake. And I used a site called goo-net.org, and they list all of the cars in Japan nationwide, and then you work with them through a seller or a middleman basically, who will work on all the paperwork and getting it to you safely, and they get charged a fee, etc. The one I found is a garage kept 1992, I think October of 92, black. It's got a 99 spec front bumper on it. Paint supposedly in excellent condition from the pictures I've seen. It looks amazing. It does have some aftermarket taillights on it that are definitely going to get changed. Big GT wing, which I'm 50-50 on taking off or not. And some Works CR Kai wheels, which will either get painted or sold or traded or whatever. Says it has suspension, has an Apexi intake, and an exhaust. I'm not sure the brand. There seems to be a lot of other work done to the car, but I'm not really sure. From the pictures, the car does look perfect. It says it has suspension, but it looks rather high for a car that has suspension on it. That could be just to get it through the port. I don't know. But ultimately, I'm really excited. Like, I put a good amount of money down, and at the end of the day, I think I spent about 10 grand on it, which is a lot. But for what these cars go for back in the States, I think, if not a good investment, I did get a good deal, and I'll have something to remember my time in beautiful Japan by. So I'm definitely excited about the car. I can't wait for it to get here, and I can't wait to drive it for the first time, put my hands on it, and really check it out. You know, I don't like buying things sight unseen. I bought my second Audi sight unseen, and that was a good buy. I knew the guy, knew from the forums and everything like that, so I knew that it was going to be a good car, and that worked out great. But I've heard horror stories, and I've seen a lot of the cars. My friend actually has a Skyline that took 8 months to get here, had a lot of issues, and I heard a lot of horror stories about people importing cars or getting cars shipped from Tokyo to Okinawa, or shipping it from here to the States. And the whole process really scared me, and that's one of the reasons why it took me 2 years to basically settle on a car. I really didn't want to get the wrong one, get the wrong year, get a car that couldn't be shipped back for XYZ reason. So I really studied all the import laws. I studied all the, basically the ins and outs, stopped by the military TMO office, asked them, hey, what do I need to do? What do I need to make sure I do? And what boxes do I need to check when buying a car? That way the military can ship it back for me. And I don't know, I hope I checked all the right boxes. I hope I get everything taken care of. And yeah, we'll see. So that process is going to start probably a year and a half from now, when I start to go through shipping it back. But until then, I get to enjoy the car. Can't wait for it to get here. Can't wait to drive it. Yeah, so I hope you guys stick around, watch my future videos, go along with my journey here in Okinawa, owning a JDM, a real JDM, FD RX7. Probably not going to do a whole lot of work to it. Keep it fairly stock, try to keep it simple, shipping it back. But parts are cheap here, really cheap, so I will probably be tempted to mod the crap out of it, or at least take back a lot of parts. I already have a set of Zenki tails that I got for $20 at Up Garage. Those will be going on it immediately. And yeah, just looking at prices for parts. I hope not to go too crazy, but I'm sure time will tell. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you like this video, then stay tuned for what's to come. And yeah, thanks for watching. Adios.